Okay, you're live. You're live.
Good afternoon. Good evening, folks. Hold on a sec.
No, you can get a minute. Let people get in here. It's
So-
just started. It's chill.
We're here. We made it. My other vendors are gone for the night. The sad fact is, not just all conventional fertilizers are made from oil and gas. We are victims of our own popularity and success at the Heirloom Expo. So we're unable to do what we like to do, get in broadcasting mode and give you kind of a boogie report. But once again, you know, my crew, I pay people to manage me. That's why I'm now at the end of the show. SOES, Stressed Out Exhibitor Syndrome. Drinking what the concessionaires gave me. This only in the 707 Grow Code does a drink like this get given to you by the brass, by the beer concessionaire. This is not alcoholic. Guess what this is? This is a super CBD drink. Now there is an event at this show, at this fairgrounds that's bigger even than the one we do, the National Heirloom Expo. You've all heard of it? All of you eco farmers out there that grow both your food and medicine. There's a show here called the Emerald Cup. The ladies that run the beer concession, we hooked them up with shirts because this is the brass. That's how you do things. This ain't my first rodeo. We do a lot of shows. Security and all, janitors, they don't get paid for the therapy they give the stressed out vendors like us. Over the years, we've learned how things work in real trade show game mode, and we take care of the people that take care of us. And so they came back with beers, and I politely declined. Actually, they didn't. It was non-alcoholic beers, for the record. And because this has been successful beer-free eco festival, and they brought these amazing 30% CBD drinks. Now this is a grounding, amazing, at the end of my show, wonderful way for the boogie boy to finally unwind. You gotta realize that, I'm sorry I'm sounding a little stressed and nervous and talking. It's because the rest of the year, I try to ride my bike. What I own owns me. My small business, thanks to you all, owns me. But I ride my bike a lot for stress relief. When the Heirloom show happens, I don't ride. Furthermore, the rest of the year, there are people that are paid to manage me, a Caliwana citizen bike bum. They don't want to do the show. I end up bearing this like a crucifix, like a burden. And we always come through. We won first place officially last year. Unfortunately, our DJ was a little loud this year, but we know we were right up there. And as far as execution, success leaves clues. Just get a good look at our strip. You know, this is many years of Heirloom. So only the 707 Grow Code has drinks like this at the fairgrounds, for God's sakes. All right, soon America will have these in Ohio, everywhere. This is wonderful. So much healthier than a bloody beer to unwind at the end of the show. So I'm live here. I have one of my crew members. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm live on YouTube. What's going on?
Is there this guy that won this last time? He wants
Well, he gets more than a pound of sea salt for free. We've had people show up and help us who are customers, and they're insisting on now paying us. And these are loyal, long time.
We have a question. Somebody asked, why are we always out of Millie Poo?
Millipoo is now trying to be distributed through a massive, wannabe massive, shall we call it, distributor. And it was rude when the distributor suddenly wants us to buy it from them. So it's just a distribution politics problem. The product is excellent. We're working on getting it. Hey, the best things in life come to those, who wait the longest and are patient. I'm not just abandoning a good, solid Millipoo connection. I view our relationship, the Boogie crew, team, the product, everything that we're about with you all as social hyphae, all right? Hyphae, Hyphae. Fungal web of life, whatever the definition. It is a social web of life, all right? So, as a product, I cannot recommend it higher. Straight up.
How long is Boogie Brew good for after the purchase?
2 years. That's because it's in a two-part tea. I don't have time to answer questions.
It was
right
just
now.
a few, just a couple.
It's getting dark. All right, please don't fire me questions. I'm SOES. This is not the time to ask. I can send out an email. A lot of you may never have received Welcome to Boogie with a full knowledge shift. I'm not here to talk about Boogie. I am bragging a bit about our booth and the crew. This is a cultural experience at the Heirloom show. And before it gets dark and we could disappear into some vendor halls where there's good lighting and you can still maybe get a positive interaction as the background noise dims. Sorry I'm yelling, but we're going into a noisier environment. But just give them a tour, you know, check this out. I mean, we went through over 1,000 samples of tea. Let's start over here in the giveaway zone. Sorry I'm ADD and moving around here a bit quick. What we did with these is, every year these come. These are our vertical Jones. And they get fed Boogie Tea, new plants that we just bought in time ahead of the show. And within a couple of days, they just start going nuts. We have the Workhorse Tea Brewer because this works the best for us. This is a stoner-proof brewer for the show. Very stoner-proof device. Clean it once, rinse it out, change it out in the bucket. That's raw. We don't even use a tea bag. And look at this, and it smells. It's the end of the show. It smells exactly like it should at the end of the show. A little too ripe, but it's going to be excellent fungal broth. And guess who gets it? Our plants are fine. It's the trees get it, and they need that fungal mature tea, and it still smells good. So we set this up as an educational zone. As you've heard me say multiple times already, and I'm bound to say it again, forgive me for the broken record, SOES, stressed out, exhausted exhibitor syndrome. Would you rather have a Josh talking with a million other people? It was jammed here. I want you guys to understand, like John gave a tour, but this street fills up in large part because of the presence of, you know, the dynamic Boogie strip. We have all our vendors come. They've all gone home. You know, unfortunately, he didn't get, John's already done all that. I'm not going to go one-on-one. Some of our best vendors, Organic Ag Products, OGS, Organic Solution, I mean, Sea Agri, amazing, and always a team effort. And every year we do it like a fine wine, better, execution style. Had great Boogie crew. We're going to have an Instagram shot of 11 Boogie crew members, either volunteers that showed up and helped. John Kohler could only dream of having the volunteer help. I'm not bragging, but we had some amazing social hyphae connections of years of loyalty over royalty relationships, and I'm sure some of the people watching are guilty of those relationships with Boogie Brew too, which I'm also grateful to you for. This is in my backyard. This is at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds, and I'm in Roanoke Park. So this is the one show that my wife Leah, who's the real Boogie boss, actually sort of forgives her husband for spending too much money and bearing like that burden I described. I have to bear it like a burden. I have no choice. It's in my backyard. My vendors are coming from Georgia, from Malibu, Camarillo, Arroyo Grande, the Central Coast, and they're showing up and doing this amazing show with me. And so I try to furnish, you know, these booths, get matching booths and tables and infrastructure, but mainly just create the attraction to begin with, which it clearly is, as you can see. So we get exhausted, and that's pretty much the Boogie strip at the end as we unwind here, okay? The shirts have been really popular this year. There are a lot of new brewers this year. We got, oh, and let's go show them how we moved. You know what we did? We moved more bulk product this year with the customers back to their cars. And I want a demonstration of this. And maybe the kids could volunteer. Why don't we grab a worm casting bag, or you kids are gonna grab it. Are you strong enough to lift a 20-pounder? Let's lift them a 20-pounder, and I'll lift it for you, and we'll lift you a second one. Now we're gonna show, since the audience is maybe interested, if a question, you're allowed to ask a question if it's like, hey, we're sick of you babbling about your part of the show. Let's go see the rest of it. But it is getting right at the time. He's filming with the iPhone. It's still getting good light. We need another bag to make it a stable. Why don't we use biochar?
It will be good life for a good while.
Biochar. We got biochar. Go on in there. Show the audience. Give it. Let's walk through here. Sorry, I'm going to apologize 20 times in this video for being a bit ADD. CBD water is definitely grounding. We still got OGS castings. What we did was we made, oh yes, I'm going to go back to talking about SOES. And because you can't talk to me, or you try, it's just like trying to talk to John at this show. A million people want to speak with the prince, and he's such a giver and lover at this show. He gave away samples at his speech. So we have the t-shirts. A lot of people, you know, who helped get them. And my wife only, you know, Leah, the Boogie Boss, she only, yeah, we have the back stock over here. You saw the product on the front. This is actually our shipping table. During the rest of the season, when we ship people's products, this is all stored with bins. I'm about to show you the transport devices we use to move those bins. I'm talking 80-pound bins, a Boogie Base, Boogie Boost, Organic Solution Worm Castings, Superchar, C90, Boogie Black, Soldier Fly Larvae Frass. All those bins sit in here. We move the bins back and forth. Very short distance. We're blessed with a modestly priced warehouse unit. We don't use a vehicle, all right? When we process and package everything, it's done vehicle free. I'm gonna show you the vehicle real quick. I'm gonna give you a tour of our lounge. Because the light is getting dark. How's the light, Devin?
It's great. No, it's great.
The light's good.
Look.
All right, the light is good.
Very light.
This was like the little zone we had here.
Someone asked me how the weather is. The weather is very nice today.
It got a bit hot today, but I would overall say this was a resounding Indian summer. Indian summer is coming in a bit early for Sonoma County. Very Indian summer weather. I slept here. Let's show, again, ADD exhausted. I'm not showing you slowly enough. This is where John is laughing now. But this is my cot. The Boogie Boy takes this event very seriously. When you take something that serious, you have to unwind. This is why our booth was a success. A little less gray hairs, $40,000 worth of inventory, the whole strip. The DJ equipment that isn't here that was, and
Someone said I enjoyed your video, John Culler, when he got high for 10 hours.
that was me getting high for 10 hours. John might have been high for a
Juicing
few hours.
marijuana
I got
leaves.
high for 10 hours.
Juicing
And
marijuana
I'm not
leaves.
sure I ever want to be that high again. It was crazier than dabbing. It was very positive. It was very, I don't think I could use a juice like that now. I think after the season, before Florida's orders begin, and after harvest season, because we're selling a ton of bloom, stop buying Rainbow Mix from me. It's too damn popular. I have to buy pallets of these 40-pounders. Get the Nature's Pride. Send us a text to the number on our website. It's actually a Google Voice number. It's a stoner-proof way to get through. Ask us for the Welcome to Boogie email. We'll send you the open source, the rest, the top dressings we don't even, and the guys getting record yields, you know, growing their food and medicine. We'll talk about that later. This is the show. Too tired to do that. Been doing that all week, propagandizing. So this is how I get through the show. The evening before, executing the whole strip, and I've heard the word Josh too many times. Sometimes I see the T in my sleep at night. Now I just hear the word Josh. It's so sad because how can I be there? And my crew tolerate it. I pay people to manage me, but sometimes I have to be a ringleader, herd a flock of chickens. But we did it. It was super solid. Super solid. 1,000 samples. Going back to, haven't finished that story. The reason I didn't hand out samples, I did hand out samples. It was too aggressive. Sending a boogie crew matching shirts, handing them out. We realized after 2 days, the best way is the people have to earn the sample. They can't be sampled WHORESs, which don't exist at the eco shows, don't exist here at the Heirloom, but do at the hydro shows. I'm joking about that, but it's better to put a basket with "Take one, please" at the Heirloom show. Now imagine if we did a basket, take one per visitor, not customer. You don't have to buy anything here, although we sold a lot of product. And there's this nice offer, and it's tastefully packaged. I don't even know if I have a sample bag. We shipped the sample tea. This was nicer, of course, for a show. In the burlap with the propaganda. Now let me tell you, I watched, exhausted on day 3, as these ladies took one at a time. Nobody. Devin, did you ever see anyone take more than one from the TV?
No.
So they had to go watch that little TV zone I showed you, and there were these nice. So now I know how to do it better. So now I don't have to pay people to stand out there, which is a little too domineering, as is a DJ. So everything we do requires additional things to be done. And I think a lot of that is karmic stuff and learning stuff.
Super Jeff from 2014 Expo said hello.
Super J, we love you, brother man. Thanks for tuning in at the end of an amazing show. And the weather really is nice. It's a warm Sonoma County night. Very unusual. Normally, actually, there was fire weather. I smelled some smoke. I'm sure something's going on up north. Sure
Fire
makes us
season.
nervous right now. You know, that would suck if
No.
Santa Rosa. Imagine if this turned into a refugee.
No bike riding.
No bike riding and exhausted. I haven't ridden all week. I did 5 days of bike packing within 2 weeks, 10 days ago, to decompress before. I knew that was my only choice. And then I had employees sabotage me before the show, but I got another crew together and got 1,000 samples. I don't want to brag about what we did. We always, you know how the T is like me. I'm insecure. I talk way too much. Well, that's negative. I talk a lot, but I never talk. It's just I want everyone to like me. It's a T's high octane recipe. It's over the top, vegan, granola, blah blah blah.
You want to go walk around, Josh?
And we're gonna go walk around with the tea. You don't always need that tea. You can do all this other stuff I'm gonna show you. And guess what works better than any tea? And it's something you can give your plants for free. No shit. No, she's my friend. Vitamin L. Love. Attention. Ironically, that's why I developed Boogie Brew, because I needed to grow stoner free, where when I wasn't attentive enough, tea was forgiving of my lack. And is the concoction master, the 20-day vacation package guy, allowed to come in? So this is one of, actually he's been a Boogie crew member this week. This is a loyalty over royalty legend customer turned Boogie Bro for life. And so anyways, thank you coming down and helping me. So nice. We love you.
Yes.
So he's actually going to hold down the fort while we go do this.
Knock yourself
Yeah,
out.
you know how to use this. Because
all.
there are going to be the late birds. There's going to be that night flock coming through hunting for
The
deals.
night owls.
here.
Everyone else is dissipating, but those people, the vendors and everyone who knows about Boogie Brew and loves us, they're going to come and ask for tea deals. And we got one soldier holding down the fort. I might have a volunteer. Let's
The lighting is really good.
The lighting's great on his iPhone. By the way, you all know these guys. If you don't, you need to. It's GUG, Growing Up Garden. It's Das Vegan Familia. Come on, guys. Now let's demonstrate how we moved the product around. How we move all products around, how we did at the show. Let's use the one with the basket. And instead of this rainbow mix, let's give them a cushion of biochar. So this is Kyle and Jasmine and Blake and Lily. Together they are the family of tomorrow that America needs in every neighborhood to rebuild this place one agri-hood at a time. He's a living, shining, live life simply, has lost, God knows how much weight have you lost?
100 pounds.
Say it louder for your audience.
I've lost 100 pounds eating whole food.
For how long? 100 pounds. Over 100.
Probably been about 6 years.
And how is your energy?
It's through the roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's the picture of health. How long of a transition period did this happen?
Oh, total?
Yes.
Man.
How long was the journey to dropping 100? Because that's a permanent
Probably
loss. That's not one of those.
8 years. Maybe,
There you go.
over time.
The best things come to those who are the most patient. That happens to be how long we've been in business or conducting business. I think we were, set up as a business a couple years before. As far as like doing real boogie business, yeah, when I was still at the Honor Farm. So congratulations on dropping 100. Health is wealth.
Somebody said congrats on losing the weight.
That's amazing, Kyle. And check out his channel. Yell it for the audience.
Oh, it's called Growing Up Garden.
Say it loud. Growing Up Garden.
Growing Up Garden,
G.
yeah.
Growing Up Garden.
Yeah, and you're
They could
keeping
probably
it
do
real.
it.
In fact, let's show them the sexy filter rack. He builds them. He's a master carpenter. I want one more ADD mission. The boogie strip. We're not quite done yet. One more exhausted exhibitors. There's his. There. Well, it's missing the lower sign, but check this out. See how that rotates? Only a Kyle. Only a GUG super. And this is dusty because it's sitting in our. The reason this is dusty, it lives in our
Look at how good
garage.
the lighting is.
It's sick. sick. Here's one. Show them this one. All right. Look at that. Now tell me that ain't legit. All right. Now we put these in stores because these are sexy. These are gorgeous. This is tight. Hey, tell them that. I'd say having dropped a hundy, you're not half bad yourself, Kyle. So you build a mean product. I don't think you would have had the creative energy or the physical endurance and stamina because he did this in his spare time. The man is a world-class dad. I want to come back in my next life as one of GUG's children. I seriously do. I challenge a better, healthier, nurturing, positive, healthy environment than what he provides, and he does it all as an honest working man. Seriously, congratulations, partner.
Yeah, I try.
I talk a lot, I never talk poo. I'm gonna get emotional now. This has been a forever friend to an AWOL one who's busy being a stoner, owner of a business almost out of control. But we're keeping a lid on it and trying to keep it grassroots, and I need you to help me do that, you get it? I still need to talk to people. I can't have a business where it's other people. I've tried that already. I need it grassroots. Loyalty over royalty. That's what happens here, but in compressed form. It's not what we do, it's how we... Anyway, that is tight, and there's the, it's sick. All right? Find me a better, solid booth. I was too exhausted this morning, having gotten another 5 hours, if I'm lucky, on that cot, to put the plants up top. But see all these plants down here? They live up top, all right? So you get it. We got pictures of this. Check the picture on Instagram, on Wendy Farm's channel, and on ours, I guess, right?
I'll be
Instagram.
I'll be posting them
11
tomorrow.
crew members in front of this.
I'll be
in
posting
the
them.
sun.
They'll be posted
All right.
in the next couple
So
days.
one last little bye-bye to my baby for the last 4 days. I'm having a chat with my self-esteem about leaving, but I sure have some make it happen captains holding it down while I go cruise this place after hours. Talk to some other exhausted but happy vendors. So it says, welcome to Boogie Brew. We're gonna say goodbye to Boogie Brew. Oh, we have to still show you how we move things at Boogie Brew. You know how there's always an after. So now GUG is gonna follow me, and Kyle's gonna demonstrate because he's the dad. But this is how we move products. Again, Wendy Farm and I believe TUG, the Urban Gardener. All right, kids. Oh, now slow down. You know how to do this. There's a right way and a wrong way. This company is called Rad Power. These things are amazing. We move. Hold on, let's get you your seat. Devin, show them how we set this up. Our customers were sitting on way more than one biochar bag. Would you guys like 1 or 2 biochar bags? Hold on. Let's stoner-proof it and get the bungees. How about right there? Now, you want to hold on to here? I think this is the safest. This is how, after a few tries, some of these yoga women taught us. Why don't you tell me if we haven't had 2 people, 2 kids. So he's only going to use the throttle. He's not going to pedal. Throttle, you know how to do it, throttle only. Because we don't want to change. No, they're small enough that they can keep their feet up. I do it throttle only with someone on board, so I don't turn anything. I think you're solid. Let's get the bungee off. There you go. All right, turn the light on, front. All right. And then show, they haven't even heard the horn. It's this button.
Oh, wow. Hey, I got some pizza for you if you want.
Look who loves us here. This is LES. This man met me before I went to jail for the dastardly deed of growing too much weed and suffered as an honest offender for organic offenders at Leona Farm where they still use Boogie Brew. And he does Living Earth Structures.
Living
We're
Earth
leaving the
Structures,
strip.
right.
Before we leave, why don't we ride over to LES? And he makes
That's right, LES,
legendary. And John is a
Yeah,
legend.
I'm Sir Cobblepot. I'm known as Sir Cobblepot. Miguel Elliott is my name. Living Earth Structures is my gig. And so, yeah, we're gonna have this wood-fired pizza cooked in the cob
Here,
oven over
kids, you
there.
want some? Felix. Right now I had some hemp milk. I'm gonna be one of those polite.
And I'm
but
hoping
my
I can
crew
get-
are starving. Can we get more for them?
Yes, you can.
Would you be so kind as to
Hook 'em up?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna come check.
Okay, can I get
in
some
2
kombucha?
minutes?
Do you wanna
Yes,
get kombucha?
more kombucha. Drain the fridge. Yeah, we have the fridge with kombucha. You saw the fridge. There's the CBD waters, John. CBD water. Yeah, so. Oh, you know what? This sign I put on here kind of. I'm gonna have to be aware of that. All right. Well, I also use a helmet on my bike. Yeah, show them. This is how we move thousands of pounds of Boogie Brew products in our daily lives, shipping to you all with these trikes, 2 of them, and they have replaced our pickup truck. Rad Power makes these. It was a big battle with the Boogie Boss, with my wife. Married life, 2 choices, happy or right, only she can be both. She now knows it's great for our business. We don't spend a penny on insurance, on registration. We don't spend any money on gas. We move, this thing is designed to hold a Euro pallet, 40 by 48. So living Earth structures could be built off a couple of these things. Now, Rad Power also make other bikes. E-bikes are amazing, it's happening everywhere. And this is the future homes. We're gonna come back when John, right? His name's John, is after he's donating pizza. We're gonna come back, he'll be here.
There's a real oven over here.
Yeah, this is one of his, this is the one from Community Market. There was the one that was a political battle, you know? Yeah. Anyway, he's a local legend. So, you folks need to understand, this is the 707 Grow Code. This is the global epicenter for thought leadership, not just in horticultural consciousnness. This is the global epicenter for thought leadership in eco-consciousness. And this is living proof and example. And if this man is okay with, I'm sure, look at this, he has customers. He has other exhausted vendors who want a piece of his oven-baked, amazing stuff.
Somebody wants to know where
Come
the
back and you can
This is
send-
good. So this is my
Oh
book.
my God, look at
This
this.
is my book of accomplishments, right?
Look at this.
So these are little cob houses I do here. Best solution I've come across for super low cost housing, right? I mean, and I'll show you how I do it. It's surprisingly easy. It's just with pallets, wooden shipping pallets,
Wait,
filled with straw.
I-
So we can do that in 2 days. And then we do a work party where we put the cob over the pallets, just a sand, clay, straw, and then it turns in to one of these, right? So same
Look
thing,
at this,
like
look
a
at this.
village with a
Oh
bunch
my
of those.
God, I'd have a chat with my self-esteem if that was my bedroom. And that's better than a yurt, right?
Oh, it's way better
Wait,
insulated.
is it John?
Miguel.
Miguel, why do I'm such a
not
stoner?
sure.
I'm
So
such
this
a
is
stoner.
an organic nightclub
Look
in
at
Chicago.
this. This guy does this. This
Right?
is all real.
So
None of this is painted.
all the bar, the DJ booth, all the benches, everything, all sculpted out of earth. Right? This is a dome in Africa, just earth bag dome, just sand, clay, straw. You know, amazing acoustics. A school in Argentina where the kids actually help build their school. Like that's
How
we
sick
need to
is
be
that?
doing
This is how we're all going to end up living as we rebuild this bloody place, one agri hood at a time.
Exactly. So this is kind of fun. This just came out in the paper. Nice little article here. It says hobnob with Cobb. They say Sir Cobb-a-Lot is the unofficial Cobb guru of Sonoma County.
Now, this is not owned by the New York Times. This is not a mainstream. This is a true
local.
independent newspaper.
And then they talk here about the cob, a building material of the ancient past, has a big future. And this article here about the gingerbread hut, which is right here. Right?
This is what everyone's looking for. What we own owns us. Why own a toxic modern home that has more chemicals than an EPA Superfund site in its insulation, flooring, carpeting, and window films and everything, right? This is the healthiest frigging place. I slept on my cot. It was pretty grounding. I had plants beneath me. This is like, you want to get quality sleep. What you're now, Miguel, what does the structure like this with earth do for grounding you and for neutralizing radiation from cell phones and electromagnetic bombardments? Surely this has got to be better than a modern BS home that's just designed to rot away.
Yeah. People with chemical sensitivities and EMF sensitivities,
Which is more and
stay
more of us.
in earth houses,
And it
for
heals
sure.
them.
And I also make these little round balls. I call these cob, grounding balls. So if somebody just needs a little grounding, they can just have a little cob ball, just hold on to it. But I've been inside of structures where there's cell phone reception outside, and inside the cob house there's no cell phone reception. Right? So it actually keeps some of those radiant waves outside of the earthen structure. And it's not made of, there's no cement, there's no fiberglass insulation, there's no drywall, there's no paint, there's nothing
None of the things
artificial,
that poison
nothing
us,
chemical.
that we all pay mortgages for.
Right. It's not flammable. Fire would just make this stronger.
Look at the living wall. I mean, look at this. So this will support plants. You can grow plants on the side of the earth.
That's why
The
I
earth
call
doesn't give a damn. It loves it. It's a mycorrhizal web of life.
I call these
It's a
palatable cobbins because they're edible. You can
palatable cabins.
cobbin, actually.
Cobbin.
somebody.
What's the website?
Livingearthstructures.com.
You can all Google that. LES, Living Earth Structures.
That's
Miguel,
the
Master Mig. After 10 years, dude, I'm so proud of you. You've done the community more favors It takes quite the freaking genius, bro. Yeah, someone get this man a free boogie
Sorry.
shirt. This is.
I got one. I got one.
All right, you know how I am. Huh? Look at this. And now, was this one at Commie Market? Was this Commie Market? All right,
You don't have to worry about lighting.
We're
Look at
done.
it.
Let's go.
Look at it.
How's the lighting? All right. Master Mick, we'll pick your brains another day. That was awesome. Thanks again. You're welcome. Anytime.
Look at how bright it is.
That's sick. That's amazing.
Somebody wants to know where the Rad Power bikes were made. Were made at.
They're made in China, and they jumped to over $6,000 thanks to Trump's tariffs. They're still a great value. You know what's a good value? Is the cargo bike option, which they make. Now let's go back. Let's cruise back. Because I want to show you my cargo bike, which also moves hundreds of pounds. It's still light, right? I'll show my
Plenty. It's like broad daylight.
This is the original boogie bike. You know, there's 3 reasons my business is small. BBC, bicycling, BSing, hearing myself talk, and cannabis. But the bike is the drug I wouldn't give up. I'll trade a $10 million corporate empire any day for a life with my bike. And even my wife knows that. And she knows. She lets her husband ride. Stay in motion. It keeps me out of co-motion. I have to. It's like gardening. You can take a vacation in a wonderful eco environment on a bike. You can do it on one day, or bike packing. I have the doghouse bike, I told you. Same in your yard. Same in the ocean if it's clean. God forbid. This is my boogie bike. Now, this has an old 8-speed. Tom Ritchie was my neighbor back when I was a grower. Timber Cove by Cazadero, another legendary Sonoma County grow haven back in the day. Tom Ritchie of Ritchie mountain bike fame, of Ritchie bike parts fame, one of the original mountain bike Marin gangsters. Tom Ritchie winning the national championships on the road bike in the 70s, ageless. Just go Google who Tom Ritchie is. Ritchie Company is still successful. He went to Rwanda in the 90s, not long after their civil war. Nothing was left of that country. If modern politics can help it, we could do the same thing to ourselves. Imagine that, a civil war. It sounds crazy, but it could happen again in today's environment in America. Not with this eco-sensibility of you all and the Heirloom, but it could happen. Anyway, that country got wasted. The only economy they had going was the coffee. These guys are bringing coffee beans on their backs, 50 pounds at a time, back to the market. The market's nothing more than a patch where trucks show up and get your product. They were lucky to get even a fair trade price for their stale beans that they had sweated on their backs to get. Tom Ritchie saw this as a comfortable American with his successful mountain bike company. He created a cargo bike through UNICEF participation. He got Schwinn, he got Dayhon, and himself and a couple other big bike companies who make other people's bikes to donate tax deductible and produce these. And it's wonderful. It's aluminum. It's a simple 1x8. It's only V-brakes, but where I live in Roanoke Park, which is dead flat, it's all I need to stop. And more importantly, it's all I need to go. So, you know, I always suit up. Here's my stoner-proof helmet. Always wear a helmet.
Yes, we're in California.
Yeah, keep it real. So Tom Ritchie, the Cali boy. Now, this bike has transported more Boogie Brew ingredients in 9 years, 8 years, than those 2 in 8 months for sure. But you know, this is I guess those 2 are the expansion. This is garage level. This is micro factory. Now this is a simple 1x8. Now those farmers in Rwanda are getting these, I believe. This is me. It doesn't come with this. I need to stoner proof this. This is kind of a Waldo rack that needs a better strut, but this 8-speed chain is kind of stretched. It's still going. I love this machine.
It was the first bike you ever used for stuff.
For Boogie Brew.
Yeah, for Boogie Brew.
No, I mean, not the first bike I ever used.
No, for Boogie Brew, yeah.
I've been biking since I was 12. All right. Yeah, I rode across Great Britain on a sponsorship ride with 200 peace activists, eco-activist types. Stoner proof that. And it was life-changing at 13, 12. Before puberty, something better, you know, bike riding. So anyways, I have titanium sick-ass bikes. The wife lets me do 2 upgrades per year. What isn't specified is if that's her bike or not. This has been and will be my urban workhorse. And the reason why, it's much more nimble. Where I live, it's dead flat between Roanoke Park, Petaluma, and Santa Rosa. And I can go on sidewalks if I need to. I can go on the urban paths. I'm not gonna get killed by a bimbo sexting her boyfriend while she's distracted on Santa Rosa Avenue, like I would with a trike. So the trikes are a bit limiting. Now the company that make the trikes, they also make a electric cargo bike, super pimp version of this, with racks. Check out radpowerbikes.com. Is it bright enough with my headlamp? There it is, radpowerbikes.com.
No, it's still
Stoner
plenty, it's still
proof it.
plenty light.
Show them the website. Like, you know how I take photos of business cards. Give me a business card, no card. Give the boogie boy a paper-free picture. Text it to
Stoner
our Google
proof.
Voice. Yes, stoner proof it. If you give me a business card, I am bound to lose it. Do not give me a business card. Stoner proof it. Take a picture of your business card. Text it or email it to Boogie Brew. Radpowerbikes.com. They make a wicked e-bike version of a sensible cargo bike with disc, with sick integrated rack options. I mean, amazing. Rad Power Bikes. They're the Boogie Brew e-bikes. I challenge you to find a better utility e-bike company. They make a sick folding e-bike for those of you with limited space. I mean, they're sick. All right, let's go somewhere else. The Rad Power are not at the show, except they were. I'd say we got a lot of attention with these things. This is my cargo bike. I love it. I use it for just an urban ninja mobile. You can do a community farm. You know, if you're like a micro farmer, you could run a pretty decent landscaping little micro biz with this. Let's go visit our clothing vendor next door. I think it was some girls. It's a massive clothing vendor. Out of sight, out of mind. I've been just self-involved with the boogie strip. Oh, there we go.
We're giving rides?
What do you think? And also the liability. We're gonna take a pass on that. The show has been so successful. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. You know what though? I am gonna get the legit. They do make a legit people carrying option with a safety bar.
Well, she already got to ride in a watermelon box.
Yeah,
today.
these are for deliveries, and if you guys,
No, we don't want to go in the golf.
I'm sorry to. Thank you for coming by and checking
We
it
never
out.
came over. Did
Oh,
you
this
go
was
there?
our chef. This guy helped
You
us
okay
with the
with going
food.
there?
You want to be on YouTube? We're on live.
Okay.
You don't have a
This is
choice now.
dope. I mean, this is super deep.
I'm on.
Yep, say loud, you know?
Hello, how are you?
He's wearing his GYG. He's the only Boogie crew member that didn't wear a black Boogie shirt. He's still waiting for Josh's one white shirt we have left somewhere.
It was really a lot of fun. Let me tell you, it was really an honor.
This guy cooked. Tell our audience what you cooked. Or didn't cook. Hemp milk. I gotta tell you about my hemp milk, man.
So the deal was that Josh and I collaborated.
GUG, hold on, interrupt, sorry. GUG's taking off.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Check out GUG, Growing Up Garden. Good night, Lily.
Good live stream.
Hell yeah.
Getting it done this year.
This year we're doing it.
All
This
right.
is about the year. This is the make it happen year, and nutrition's a big part of that. So is rest.
We're gonna get it done every year
So
from
is
now
a lack
on.
of dabbing. Josh don't dab. I thought I had a high THC tolerance till I finally dabbed for the first time in my 50 years of life at the 2018 Heirloom Expo. The results weren't pretty. They were comically described by neighboring like hippie vendors, like our popcorn place will go by, as, oh, this might be a medical emergency. So we're not gonna go there. All right, kids, we miss you already. Thanks for coming by. We're gonna see you next year, I hope. Or go to Amy's, go to Occidental. If you want a look at the balanced Boogie Boy, the opposite of what you're seeing now. Hey, Jasmine, can you be in the video? All right, the Immaculate Church of the low profile. There's always the boss behind the boss.
Hi.
Jazz, tell our audience the opposite version of the Josh that they're getting now. The video you did when we visited the cathedral in the trees.
We went on an amazing hike and it was so
That was a
peaceful.
different guy.
Out in Occidental, in my stomping grounds where I ride.
That wasn't your twin?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's your boy?
Yeah, he's got a
It was very
Yeah,
beautiful,
he's my-
peaceful. We
he's
went
my
on this
daughter.
amazing
Or,
hike
like,
with views
Earlier,
you
I
wouldn't
was like,
believe,
what did she
to
was
all the way to
calling
the
it? She never plays
ocean.
with boys usually.
We didn't know. We went to
You
where there
could
was an
see-
ocean
You
view.
could see all the way to
I
the
ride
ocean.
my. I was like, I then went for stress relieving. Actually, no. That whole day we were together.
Yeah, we went
It was epic. We did stuff I would normally only ride, and it was so wonderful as a family. You can go check that video on their channel. What would be the title? Or what do they Google? Or make it easy. Get stoner proof
I
for
don't know,
these.
ask the boss man.
Hey, boss. Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry.
What would be the link to the video that's the opposite of what this audience is seeing now? The manic, stress
Market.
You know, the one where we
oh,
went
yeah.
on the hike to Occidental.
I can send it to you.
No, you need to tell
Tell
the
them the
audience,
video.
stoner proof it, and tell them. Just
Oh,
tell
no.
them what to do.
That was just our personal family
No, but
video.
you broadcast it on
It
a.
was called like a day with Josh from Boogie Brew.
Do you hear that? A day with Josh from Boogie Brew, and
Something like that.
it is definitely different from these days.
How about this? Are you posting it? I will send you the link. And
Yeah,
you can
we'll
post
put it.
on the
Well, we'll try
video.
to post it on the video. We'll try to. Everything's a try.
Are you gonna do it? There's
Yeah.
no trying.
No, there's no
Just
trying.
started
We gotta
growing
go
up
do this. All
He's gonna
right.
take care of it, right? Yeah.
We're
Go
doing
to growing up garden.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
Check
right,
out their
so
videos.
Let's get focused. The audience
Thank you.
they're gonna leave if we don't go toward the
All right, we'll
show.
see you guys.
We miss you already, as I said. And thank you for everything, for the valet services. Just take one last loving look at the strip. From back here, let's get a. There we go. I just love it. I mean, I can't get enough of our. It's sick. Tell me that isn't the sickest shit ever. It's sick. That's why we won first place last year. Yeah, it's not sick, it's beautiful. Jazz knows to speak only positive language. And most of the people here do. So let's, is it bright enough for this? Look at this.
Yeah, it's plenty bright.
So you get an organic clothing store, an outdoor amazing clothing store. Which I guess if I really wanted to keep the boss happy, I'd get her something. Why don't we do a trade with them? This is where we get into that. Hey, I'm a vendor. What can we trade mode to keep the wife happy? Does she need another bag? These are some sweet boogie bags. You got these? Are these bright? Look at this. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, they're
she
bright.
would love that. Let me go talk to them. What do you guys think? Should I get Leah? Should I get Leah, the Boogie Boss, one of these bags? Do you realize there's only one reason Boogie Brew's still in business, and it ain't the guy that's babbling maniacally at you now? It's my wife. I love to give away the farm, and she's the make it happen, quiet behind the scenes cat. Excuse me, didn't mean to interrupt you folks. I had no idea this was occupied. Should I get this for my wife? She's the one that really made our show happen.
I think she would enjoy it.
Yeah, this is sweet, right? She's Asian. She's like hippie Asian, organic Asian, AP,
She would love it.
Asian power. Okay, I got an attaboy on this. I'm gonna go offer them. You know how vendors try to barter with each other. Who do we talk to here? 'Cause I don't have my
Somebody
wallet
said
on.
yes.
Should I barter this, or is that rude to my
Somebody
neighbor
said
who's
yes.
tolerated us? So we're on YouTube. We're just visiting our neighbors. And you know who we are. We came through and asked you if our DJ was too loud. And I'm trying to keep the boss happy. Who's not here. And Leah, the real big boss, my wife. Two choices in married life. Happy or right? She gets to be both. So how much would you like for a boogie bag like this as a vendor? I can do a boogie filter. I'm trying to. My audience is telling me to. What are trade show cultural politics? I only do one a year, and I bear it like a crucifix. This is why we need the mic. Hey, audience! Someone asked this question: would a mic make this significantly better experience, or is? I mean, I know I'm yelling. I'm not gonna have a voice by the time I'm done, especially after all the propaganda I've been pitching.
I still think it's fine though. It's
Yeah, if you want to say it louder, get in close. You know what I mean? We have to compensate. We don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. What's your name?
My name is Morgan.
Josh. We did meet, and I'm totally SOES, as they've heard, stressed out exhibitor syndrome, so I won't remember.
It's been a hot
A
one.
lot of cannabis later. The CBD drinks from the girls, you know, the real brass here, the concession. So awesome. Only at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds, the home of the Emerald Cup. If you want some as a little therapy bonus for me sitting down and BSing, there's some in our fridge. I don't want you to leave this. I wouldn't leave here. I'd just sit here. This is sick. I slept at my booth on my cot, but this is really nice, man.
The sun has gone. It's a lot cooler during the day.
It does. You guys are a lot more exposed out here. You know, you really are. There's like no, you know, the wind, the building blocks it.
Yeah.
The trees create a breeze. It was only 2 hours at peak. But you're smart to do this right here. Maybe that mister.
We're talking.
Yeah, their music. I can do excuse my French. They may see. So we can do the OG version. And what's the name of this?
This is Aubergine Vintage.
Aubergine Vintage. Now that's a local name.
It is. We were
That's
in
a 7
Sebastopol.
Okay, that's where I know
We were
it.
in Sebastopol for 10 years, and now we are in Petaluma.
Where's the main headquarters? Petaluma or Sebastopol or both?
Petaluma. We're not in
Petaluma.
Sebastopol at all. So we're in Petaluma now on Kentucky Street. We're part of the Opera House Collective.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, the Opera House Collective is on Kentucky
I moved here in '86, the delicate age of 18, a little wuss, a virgin from England, and Petaluma was my stomping grounds for years. It still doesn't say Petaluma's an upgrade. I'd say location, that chain really makes a difference, and just the overall package. Where most of my easy recovery rides, Devin, on my road bike and on my cross bike. Petaluma, all
Lynch
the
Creek.
bike path network, yeah. Progressive town, especially on Kentucky. Get to Petaluma, California, or at least Google it and check it out. It's an amazing town. What movies has it been in? What was the one with
Pleasantville.
Pleasantville? What about the woman that Michael Keaton in the
Josh, before it gets dark,
Basic Instinct.
let's
All
go
right,
up.
let's go. What's your name? Morgan and are you part of this? Or are you just visiting?
I'm part of the family.
Thank you for visiting. We had a lounge. We tried. Actually, no one came to my lounge. I was amazed. And you are, and we met yesterday, right? When I did. You're here.
met last
So Morgan and Nick are the make
Right?
of Aubergine, and it's what is the website?
AubergineVintage.com.
Easy, stoner proof. Aubergine vintage. How much for the bag?
$10.
All right. Go get some CBD drinks and hit my guy up and explain the curve. I need 10 out of the cash bags. Huh?
You come back.
I'll come back. We're gonna work our little. All right. They're not closing anytime soon yet. I've got time to go BS with the law. Right. Thank you guys. I owe you all for therapy. Go get those drinks before they're gone. They're amazing. Out of the fridge. Thanks again. I miss you all already. That was awesome.
Oh, so you
Thank you. That's a wife-friendly price. My wife's Vietnamese. AP Asian Power. I like that $10 number. And I would do exactly the same for you. That was a vendor-to-vendor price. That's the hookup. That's trade show right there. How you do it. Thanks again. So, where should we yonder now? Down the food strip? I think we should go visit with Leah's old boss. But Leah helped boost her sales. This woman, she feeds so many hungry hippies. I gave her $40, a Boogie Blue Plus filter, a 6-pound tea. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. My wife used to serve Indian food with her. She kept us all, the whole crew. There's a reason we didn't hardly eat Doug's amazing food. Let me go show you. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, over here, guess why I still have energy 10, 12, 13 hours later? I drank African coffee. They still have the Josh Me Down soy milk. What's the name of this business? Ola's? What is it? OLA''S. And where are you out of?
The Bay Area, San Jose.
Now, this was the cleanest coffee bean. I normally only drink tea. This is a Bay Area. Check, what's the website?
OlasCoffeeTea.com.
OlasCoffeeTea.com. Just Google Ola's, OLAS. Amazing, life-changing coffee drinking experience. Right next door to me. After I've done 4 hours on my cot. Yeah, and my crew. Yeah, no, that was wicked. So they have the teas. Check this out. Ooh, I didn't even really... I was so ADD, I keep telling my audience, we're YouTube living right now.
All right.
So I was so SOES, stressed out exhibitor syndrome,
Okay.
that I didn't pay attention, you know. That's just the cannabis consumption and you're trying to get through a show. I'm glad you get it. This ain't your first rodeo. Yeah. But man, that really was a needed, and why is it that these are the only good beans and most beans are shitty for your body? Speak loud. Get over here. What's your name? Sharon. Tell my audience the Boogie Brew.
Yes.
So we do compost tea. There's brewing involved. Tell them what makes a coffee brew toxic versus healthy. Real quick. Quick sum it
Well,
up.
with our coffees, it's all organic, it's all single source, and we don't use any fertilizer, commercial fertilizers, it's all natural fertilizers. We only pick the top 3% of the yield, and our beans are red cherry, so they're ripe, and then we dry them in the sun, and my boss has a proprietary roasting way of doing it, and so all of our coffees are non-acidic, no bitterness, no aftertaste. They range from bold to medium to mild, and we have 15 varieties from 8 different regions in Africa, and every single one tastes amazing, and they all have different tastes, which really makes it great. And then we also have 15 varieties of tea: black tea, green tea, red tea, herbal tea. And we have also started our new herbal coffee line. So for diabetes, for inflammation, for stamina, male or female, as well as moringa and bitter leaf. So we have a lot of variety. Just check us out at olascoffeetea.com. And you are amazing, Boogie Brew.
Oh man, you're too much. You really are. I've got to pay one of my crew members. Why don't we get an interaction?
We're at 50 minutes right now.
Wow, this is quite a stream. So, you know, yeah, let's pause it and go back to live streaming. I got to go pay one of my crew. I got to take care of those who took care of me.